Let's go. Let's go. Sixers, baby. Let's go. Man, that arena was electric today, whatever. It was electric. It was beautiful hearing the fans of the voices of the Philly fans, like Iverson, like Embiid, egging it on. Yeah, I needed that today. I can barely talk, so I mean, just you gotta mind me. But I'm gonna do what I do, and we're gonna talk some Sixers basketball because my God, was that game? It was fun. It was a fun game. It was a little nerve-wracking. In the middle of it, I was never really too worried. I don't think the Washington Wizards can really keep up with us. I don't think that this series is going to be very close. I think this is going to be the closest game of the series. Honestly, was there some controversial calls that Wizards fans are going to point out all for the rest of the series? Of course there is. The Westbrook heel out of bounds. From our perspective there at Wells Fargo Center, it looked like he stepped out of bounds. Obviously, as Sixers fans, everybody is going to say that he stepped out of bounds. Look, they made a mistake. The refs, by no means, were good at all on either side. There was bad calls for the Sixers. There was bad calls for the Wizards. And, I don't think that Westbrook stepping out of bounds when there was a minute left, when they were down by 6, I don't think that really was going to change anything. The only thing that could have changed is if they came down and made a 3, which they did have the opportunity to do. Davis Bertans did shoot a 3, and he hit it the side of the backboard. You had your chances. We turned the ball over the very next possession. It didn't matter. We didn't get after that, controversial call, we did not even score off that basket or off that turnover. We didn't. We dribbled it right off of our foot. You easily could have had a chance to win the game. You could have. Look, that's just the way that things go. That's basketball. I mean, it's playoff intensity basketball. I get it. You reviewed it, but the call on the floor was he was out of bounds. 9 times out of 10, they're going to stick with the call on the floor because it's the NBA playoffs and the refs don't want to make you think that they are as bad as they actually are. That's just how it goes. That is sports. The MLB umpires do it all the time. Alec Bohm was dead out against the Braves. He didn't even hit the plate. They called him safe. Why? Because the call on the field was that he was safe. 9 times out of 10, unless if it's completely obvious that he was not out of bounds or that he hit the plate, they're just going to stick with the call on the field. That's just how sports work, and especially playoff sports. Now that I got that out of the way for all you Wizards fans that are watching, let's go Sixers. How about that? Tobias Harris. Thank God for you, man. Thank God for Tobias Harris. 37 points, 6 rebounds, 37 minutes. Man shot 29 times, but he also made 15 of them. If it wasn't for Tobias in the first half, the Sixers could have been down by double digits easily. It easily could have gone a different way. Now, you also got to think Seth Curry was doing nothing. Danny was doing nothing. Embiid was in foul trouble. Had 3 early fouls very quick into this game. He still did his thing with 30 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. He had a block. Embiid, despite the foul trouble, he still had a very good game. He only played 30 minutes, and, we did end up winning. We won 125-118. That's what we ended up winning by. So, you have your wins, you have your losses. I think that the game wouldn't have been as close if Embiid wasn't in foul trouble, obviously, because they had no answer for him all game long. They tried Alex Len. They tried Robin Lopez. They tried Daniel Gafford. It didn't work. I mean, none of it worked. So, but then again, there's not been a single team to hold this man all season long. So you're going to get what you're going to get. I mean, come on now. Ben Simmons. It's always Ben Simmons. And I feel like whenever I talk about Ben, I always kind of start like Ben Simmons. plus 18, 15 rebounds, 15 assists, a steal and a block, but 6 points. And 0 for 6 from the line. I do defend Ben Simmons a ton. I do. Free throws is one thing that I just cannot defend. I love Ben. Don't get me wrong. I think he's a great player, and I don't think he gets enough credit for what he actually does do on the basketball court besides just score the ball. And obviously, it's the NBA. It's the new age of the NBA where your guards are going to shoot. They're going to score a lot of points. Ben Simmons, he can score when he wants, but we're the number 1 seed in the East. We've been winning games the way that Ben Simmons has been playing all season long. So 6 points, along with 15 and 15, a lot of NBA fans are just going to be like, wow, he shot over 6 from the line. He missed 6 shots. He only had 6 points. Okay, I understand that. But he also had 15 rebounds and 15 assists, and without Ben Simmons, mind you, 8 offensive rebounds. Without Ben Simmons, this Sixers team does not win this game. It's that simple. We're not the number 1 seed without Ben Simmons. We don't win this game without Ben Simmons. Just because he's not scoring points, look at who else did score. George Hill, 5 of 8, 11 points. Seth Curry, 15 points. Danny, 11 points. Tobias, 37. Embiid, 30. Dwight, 7. You have your points everywhere else on the floor. It kills me that Ben didn't get this triple-double because of points. And, again, I defend him a lot. But I cannot defend the free throws. You got to knock them down, dude. It's that simple. You just got to knock down your free throws. But in every other aspect of the game, Ben Simmons is an extraordinary player. He's a great player. He's a dominant player. He's the best defensive player in the league, in my opinion. He just doesn't score the ball. Every time. Like we know he can. And that's why I think, Sixers fans get on Ben so much. Because we know he can do it. He just doesn't. But Ben still had a very good game. I mean, Bradley Beal got his, but, Matisse was on him, Ben was on him, and through the first half of the game, Embiid, Beal, Westbrook, and Simmons were all relatively quiet in the scoring aspect of things. As I said, Embiid was in foul trouble. Westbrook really didn't have that good of a game at all. I mean, what did he finish with? He was 7 of 17, 0 for 2 from 3, he had 14 assists, 6 turnovers, 16 points, and 5 rebounds. I like Westbrook. I do. Obviously not right now. We're in a series against them. But he didn't play the best. So, you Wizards fans out there that are saying, oh, well, he didn't step out of bounds. Well, there wasn't a single, your team had points. 16 from Westbrook. Len had 12. Hachimura had 12. Bertans had 14. Gafford had 12. Beal had 33. You had points. But then you look at it, Hachimura was almost unplayable. He was minus 19. You had Alex Len, minus 16. Minus 14 for Neto, who started this game. Minus 9 for Westbrook. Minus 4 for Beal. Daniel Gafford was the only bright spot of the game, and he was a plus 14, and that's mainly on the fact that he was in when Dwight Howard was out there. And, the Wizards were beating us by the time the halftime. At halftime, they were beating us by 1. And you go to the Sixers. Look at the guys that were in the minus. Minus 13 for Dwight, minus 5 for Matisse. George Hill was minus 1, but I do think that George Hill played a very good game. Minus 14 for Shake. Shake was almost unplayable. You put in Maxey, and Maxey gets an N1 as soon as he touches the ball. Furkan is almost unplayable at this point. He looked awful. He wasn't making threes. He was over 3 from 3. And he tried, I understand. But when you're in a playoff intensity basketball game, when you're in a playoff game in general, you can't have guys just go out there and miss 3 threes in a row and then not play defense on the other end. He finished up at a +3, but the story that my eyes told me was completely different. And Furkan Korkmaz did not have a good game at all. I mean, it's that simple. He played 5 minutes and was 0 for 3 from 3. And when Furkan is not making threes, he is an unplayable person out there. It's that simple. Sixers do win, though. We get the win. We steal game 1. I'm excited for Wednesday. There's rumors out there that the center could have 100% capacity. That would be something, because it was shaking today. I was going crazy. You could tell by my voice that I was going crazy, hugging people. My brother was next to me going crazy. Every and one, I was screaming it. Embiid getting the crowd hype, I was standing up. There might have been 5 minutes of total sitting time for me outside of halftime. It's playoffs. I've been relatively calm all year, I would like to say, with the Sixers. I'm just patiently waiting for the playoffs. Well, it is now playoff time, and now it is time to get rowdy. The city of Philadelphia, stand up, because we're on a playoff run. We're on a championship run, and I think this team can do it. And we're going to need everybody in Philadelphia to back this up. Let's hear you guys. Let's go. But with that being said, thank you all so much for tuning into the 4 for 4 Philly Fan Podcast. Thank you all so much for watching. Phillies video out tomorrow, along with another Sixers breakdown video tomorrow. Thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I am out. Peace. Game 2 Wednesday. Thank you all so much for watching again. I'm out, guys. Go Sixers.